I'm Tim Terapaki, pleased to welcome you to the 51st annual Quesnel Rodeo here at beautiful Alex Fraser Park. 3 action-packed days of rodeo. We're winding down to championship round number 3. Beautiful 3 days. A big thank you to our corporate sponsors bringing in this event, making it possible. We got Polaris, we've got MCon, Tim Hortons, McDonald's, and Grasslands Equipment. So big thank you also to Shaw TV for televising this live. Coming into this weekend, we did have quite a bit of rain, so MCon Service and the Quesnel Rodeo Club did do an amazing job. They did strip all the ground out of here and put new ground in, trying to keep the footing safe and consistent for all of our competitors and animals. So lots of great rodeo action coming to you here from Quesnel. Fast horses, pretty ladies, rough stock that's going to buck, and fast times in the timed event rodeo. So we're going to stay with Shaw TV and go back to Jay for the grand opening here at the Quesnel Rodeo.
Oh, it's good to see so many people making your way into the grandstand area here this afternoon. We're just a few minutes away from rodeo time. Get settled in. Rodeo action coming your way in just a couple of minutes from right now. As we take the afternoon to celebrate our rich Western heritage and today's third and final performance of our rodeo, brought to you by the British Columbia Rodeo Association. This is the 51st anniversary of the Quesnel Rodeo, and over the years it has become one of the top stops on our rodeo tour each and every year as the top cowboys and cowgirls from all throughout Western Canada and the Pacific Northwest United States gather here in Quesnel the third weekend of July each and every year. My name is Jay Savage. I'm from Cranbrook, British Columbia. It's my pleasure to be here and be a part of rodeo tradition in British Columbia as we welcome the colors of rodeo, the Caribou Cowgirls, and rodeo in British Columbia. Side here in the bright sunshine on a Sunday afternoon as we line up the colors of rodeo here in British Columbia. Give me a chance to introduce every one of our flag bearers and the colors of our rodeo performance here this afternoon. We proudly fly each and every rodeo performance a great red and white maple leaf. Please welcome with the flag of Canada, Tammy Ward. As we pay tribute to the cowboys and cowgirls from south of the 49th, please welcome with the flag of the United States, Trinity Fraser. We are here in the heart of the Caribou in the greatest province in the greatest country in the whole wide world. We proudly fly the flag of British Columbia. Please welcome Amy Char. So many cowboys and cowgirls travel down the rodeo road from the east side of the Rocky Mountains here in Canada. Please welcome with the Alberta flag, Chantal Ducharme. Well, rodeo tradition in British Columbia is in lots of ways carried by today's governing body of rodeo. Please welcome the British Columbia Rodeo Association flag carried in by Maggie Evertson. Our cowboys and cowgirls travel down the rodeo road all season long with the help of a family of sponsors that we truly appreciate, all that they do for us and the great sport that we get to enjoy. Brand new to our family of sponsors, you'll hear a lot about them here this afternoon, is our Polaris flag. Polaris, sponsor of the 2016 BCRA Championship Finals. Please welcome Tasha Reynolds. Year in and year out, our friends at Grasslands Equipment help us out sponsoring the team rope. And please welcome with the New Holland Grassland Equipment flag, Kaylee Billy Boy. From right here in Quesnel, our friends help us out all weekend long here at our Quesnel Rodeo, but also all season long, Regency Chrysler. Please welcome Emma Langeman. Celebrating their second year being part of our family of sponsors here in the BC Rodeo Association, our friends at Jepson Petroleum, your Petro-Canada bulk dealer in Quesnel, Williams Lake, Prince George and Mackenzie. Please welcome Amy Hugh. Also celebrating their second year of support of the BC Rodeo Association, our friends at Co-op, Otter, Armstrong, and Vanderhoof. Please welcome Neil Antoine. And we also like to pay tribute, we don't have a flag for them, but pay tribute to our friends at the Nechako Valley Rodeo Club as they support our junior steer riding all season long and also celebrate one of our early rodeos back in April. Our friends at the Nechako Valley Rodeo Club. As we travel down the rodeo road each and every weekend, we get the occasional opportunity to welcome rodeo royalty to our rodeo arena. And it's my pleasure this afternoon to ask you to Quesnel to give a great big Quesnel welcome to our Williams Lake Stampede Queen, Cheyenne Schultz, here representing the Williams Lake Stampede and rodeo all throughout British Columbia all season long. Recognize some of the flags and sponsors and cowboys and cowgirls you'll see throughout our rodeo performance here today. Supplying our four-legged rodeo athletes you'll see a lot of throughout our performance here today. A rodeo stock contract of the C Plus Rodeo Company from 150 Mile House, British Columbia. Working along with them, that's Roy and Earl Call, and working as pickup man, Earl Call and Wade McNulty, our Cowboy Protection Committee here from the C Plus Rodeo Company. Talk about 51 years of tradition. The Quesnel Rodeo Club, one of the greatest committees in rodeo in all of British Columbia, matter of fact, in all of Western Canada. And it's that great tradition of rodeo they carry on. I'd like you to give me your support as we recognize the hard work they do all year long. And their president here this year, Ray Jasper, also working as our arena director. Working along with him, our shoot boss is Cam Williams, and our production manager up behind the scenes, keeping everything running smoothly, is Mel Peterson. You know, you'll notice that a whole bunch of us are wearing red here today, and we're doing that today to celebrate the veterans of the military and protective services here in Canada. And today we specifically are recognizing an effort that we call Communities for Veterans. In April 2015, Paul and Terry Nichols began a journey on horseback across Canada. That journey would last them 211 days and 11,000 kilometers from Victoria, BC to St. John's, Newfoundland. The purpose of that journey was to bring awareness to contemporary war veterans and post-traumatic stress disorder. Terry, a therapeutic riding instructor, would instruct veterans in various communities, preparing them to ride in their community. And Paul, a former member of the Princess Patricia Canadian Light Infantry, working alongside with her. Over 360 veterans took part in this program as they traveled across Canada. As they traveled the country, they recognized the need for awareness for contemporary veterans became very evident. Educating communities and making people aware that Canada's veterans need our support when they return to civilian life made Paul and Terry realize their journey's purpose and that they would need to continue after this important ride was complete. Since coming home in December 2015, Paul and Terry have created the Equine Assisted Mindfulness Program with 2 pilot projects scheduled for 2016. The first project was in June and brought 7 veterans from across Canada, Pennyburn Farm in Kersley. And for 13 days there, those veterans were coached while they worked with horses and other various farm duties. The results were outstanding. Veterans' lives have changed. This research program is an important step in supporting veterans and giving them the tools they need to be part of the community. And as Communities for Veterans Foundation is educating the community so they have the tools to support our returning military members. The second veterans program will be held in September. Paul and Terry, founders of Communities for Veterans Foundation, receive emails and phone calls every day from veterans around this great country eager to attend the program, and hopefully that dream will become a reality. Please join and welcome me out here in the middle of the arena doing the great work that they do, Paul and Terry Nichols.
Oh, it's amazing to be back here. Oh, when we are right across Canada, we set out on a mission to really raise awareness to the contemporary face of a Canadian veteran. We had such incredible support right across the country. We've given this talk hundreds of times to thousands of people, and it is so good to be home in the community that supported us and really set us on our way to make a change right across the nation.
So we created Communities for Veterans Foundation in 2014 and spent last year riding all the way across Canada. I think Paul spent 5,000 kilometers on his mare Zoe and 7,000 kilometers in the saddle. And as many of you know, the power of horses to heal and hold us accountable for what we do as people. So we're continuing this work in our beautiful community. And it's through the support of Quesnel where our foundation has been able to grow. And with that, we've been able to support veterans that need us and also to educate and bring awareness to communities. So thank you for your continued support and for having us a part of this incredible day. Good luck to everyone.
All right, thanks so much, Paul and Terry. Let's give them a round of applause, because I'll tell you, the work needs to be done, and they're doing a tremendous job, and as a community, we do appreciate that. This time, I'd ask you all to please rise and remove cover for the American and Canadian national anthems. Oh, such a beautiful sight. I could ask you to please remain standing here this afternoon. Today we gather here in Quesnel in a beautiful sunny summer afternoon and celebrate great Western heritage we have here in British Columbia. We do that the level of safety and security and freedom that all too sadly too few places around the world get to enjoy. And we do that largely in part to the sacrifice, the commitment, the dedication of members of our military and our protective services here in Canada that serve here and abroad, and that ensure that we get to enjoy the freedom that we do to celebrate life as we get to do it. Today I'd like to dedicate our Cowboys prayer to those members, active and retired, and their families, again, whose sacrifice, commitment, and dedication can never be questioned. Our gracious and heavenly Father, we pause in the midst of this festive occasion, mindful of the many blessings you bestowed upon us. We ask that you be with us here today in and around this rodeo arena as we pray you'll guide us in the arena of life. As cowboys and cowgirls, we don't ask for any special favors. To draw around a chute fighting horse or bull, to never break a barrier, not to draw the steer that won't lay, or for all daylight runs. We just ask that you'll help us live our lives in such a manner that we make that last inevitable ride, the country up there where the grass grows lush, green and stirrup high, and the water runs cool, clear and deep. That you as our final judge will tell us our entry fees are paid. Amen. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you can settle back down, sit down. It's time to rodeo. Quesnel, are you ready to get up there and have some fun this afternoon? Well, I'll get you to put those hands together one more time for the Caribou Cowgirls and the color of rodeo in British Columbia as they circle and leave the arena. To the action, and as we do that, I'd like you to turn your eyes to your left as we welcome back to the rodeo arena here for day number 3, the 51st annual Quesnel Rodeo. Good friend of ours and one of the funniest men in rodeo, Squirrely Early Anderson, the pride of Medicine Lodge, Alberta. Woohoo! Right now, we're going to get to action here. Our first event of the day is our wild cow milking, sponsored by Mass Construction. We're going to line these teams up across here. We're going to wait for the horn. That'll be your sound to go. We introduce the teams real quickly. Utter Brothers, Mask On, Doug Gassoff, Ushaniko Clydesdales, Fox Dairy Farm, Brett Milky, Jesse's Girls, and the Dream Team. 3-member teams. They got to catch a cow and milk it and get right down here below the announcer's stand. And away we go with the 90-second contest. Pick a favorite, cheer them on. It's wild and western. It's rodeo time, Quesnel.
Come on,
day number 3.
Yeah. Make
They got to get a cow caught. They got to try and get them slowed down, get a mugger up on the head into that cow. Then they got a milker who's going to get in there and try and get some milk. And they've got to get that rope off after they're done. That big whole pen of Bremer cross cows up there. I'll tell you what, it is wild and western. We got a couple of teams out here trying to get this old heifer down here below us kind of slowed down and mugged. Are we milking anywhere yet? I don't think we are.
Cheer 'em on, make some noise, yeah.
40 seconds in. 50 more seconds to go. Still looking for our first team to be mugged. There we go. We got a cow. We're doing some milking now at the far end of the arena. I think we had this kind of a problem the other day, a whole bunch trying to get to that same old heifer. I think they got the dry heifer all trying to milk at the same time. They got to get enough milk in the bottle to pour it out here as they get down here below the announcer's stand to our judges.
Make some
20
noise.
seconds left. Here we go.
Yeah, help them.
Oh, we got 2 or 3 pouring down there. We got 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 90 seconds is up. All right, how about a round of applause for all of our wild cow milking teams here on Sunday. The Wild and Western to start things off here. Day number 3. We'll get the final word from our judges down below. Going now down to chute number 7. The Alberta Premium Whiskey chute go to Denver DeRose. It'll be our cowboy to go. Here's a young cowboy who's really been working his way up the ranks here the past couple of years. He's number 4 in the standing so far this year. Kamloops Cowboys drawing a horse from the C-Plus Rodeo Company by the name of Captain Jack. Here's just a good, solid draw. I'll tell you what, this is the matchup I've kind of had my eye on coming into our performance here today. Cowboy's been riding real good of late. Good, strong Cowboy's got great upper body strength. The grip of his hand, the strength of his arm is what makes the difference here in the Bareback Riding.
This is a former champion, too, of the BCRA.
And again, 2nd generation cowboy right here.
Wow.
In the BC Rodeo Association. Talk a lot about how great a family sport it is here in the BC Rodeo Association, the great tradition. As we talk about 51 years right here in Quesnel, we're well over 100 years of rodeo in BC, and this family's been a part of it for a while. Get him back, get that knee jerk and spur in motion, that's what we're looking for. Quesnel, let's get those hands going.
Wow. Oh.
Holy
Boy, oh boy.
I think he needed to file a flight plan for that.
That whistle come just at the right time, man. He was going.
We'll go to our judges. Each one of our judges marks the cowboy 1 to 25 and the horse 1 to 25. Total possible score of 100 points. Score of 76 to 76 the score for Denver. Go down to shoot number 6, a cowboy who last year's #1 bareback rider has been going to some pro rodeos this year, not getting to as many of our BCRI rodeos. Cash Kerner, Savanaugh cowboy. I'll tell you what, if anybody can change things around on the leaderboard, this is the man to do it right here. Bareback riding specialist, drawn a horse by the name of Smoking Gun. Just a solid little sorrel horse here from the C+ Rodeo Company. Again, one hand in that bareback rigging, that wild knee jerk and spur in motion every time that horse jumps and kicks. Here's a veteran of the bareback ride, and I'll tell you what, watch close, this could be a matchup.
Come on, Cash. Yeah, look at this. Quesnel, help him out. Look at that.
And that's what we're looking for right there. Rings and hell, another qualified bareback ride, and just a nice, smooth, classic spur stroke every time that horse jumps and kicks from the point of that horse's shoulder back to the handhold of that rigging. And once again, we'll put our judges to work. How about this? 82 points and a new leader. Yeah. Cash Kerner goes to lead with 82 points, and moving now down to shoot number 8, the Save On Food shoot, and go to Jared Marshall. Prince George Cowboy Strawberry is the name of the horse. Here's a pretty nice little red road horse from the C+ Rodeo Company. Went to the Canadian Finals Rodeo last year. Pretty much a shoe-in to go back again this year. A little bit rank, a bit of an arm stretcher here. Jared Marshall, big, strong cowboy. Tell you what, if he can get tapped off, get past his first couple of jumps in this horse, this could be spectacular. Shoot number 8's where the action is. Here's the rod. Help yourself, cowboy.
Help him, yeah, make some noise.
Get that knee jerk and spur in motion going.
Wow. Oh, Hula.
I think that was a premature pickup out there.
That must have been the easiest job old Wade McNulty ever did there, eh?
Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to work. Let's give him a round of applause anyway. Send him home here this afternoon.
Wow.
Hey, you know what, Squirrely?
What?
We gotta let everybody know here that we are honored today to have Shaw Cable on site, and they're taping our whole rodeo performance here this afternoon, and it'll be airing on TV throughout British Columbia later on this week. So, welcome to Shaw Cable. We're pleased and honored to have him here as part of our rodeo performance, and watch. We'll try and get you some updates on when that is, but the Shaw broadcast of today's rodeo performance will be run a number of times on the Shaw Cable network.
Well, here we are, Championship Sunday. We're here with the the Saddle Bronc riding champion, Christophe Mug. 70-point ride upon Atticus. Christophe, tell us a little bit about your ride today.
It was good. He used to be a bareback horse that we've seen a few times, and wasn't sure about the rain, but he felt good. He was all right.
Saddle Bronc and bareback riding competitor. Which event do you like working better? And I see a no score today in the bareback riding. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, the bareback is my specialty. I do ride better than that. Yeah, he just we missed him out, and it was a decent ride, but just missed him out, and so that was a bit of a shame. But
where do you go from here after you leave Quesnel? Where's your next rodeos?
the next one will be probably down in Alkali. It's about around Williams Lake there, and then we'll be probably heading down to the States, Pro West, and yeah.
Well, we wish you all the luck. Currently sitting #1 in the BC area in the bareback riding. So good luck down Rodeos Road, Christophe, and we'll see you down as we go.
First cowboy to go, Jonah Antoine, Cache Creek cowboy. He's got to ride out the green. He's got to hold that calf, get down off that horse, run down, flank that calf to ground and tie any 3 legs. The quick hands come into play, making all the difference here. Straighten the front leg, gather the back 2 up, calf kicking, making it tough for him. 1 wrap, 2 wraps, a half hitch. Once the hands go up, the field judge drops the flag to stop our stopwatches. The timer's a time of 16.1. The time for Jonah, 16.1 is the time. Look to our leaderboard, time to beat is a 14.1, but that 16.1 is good enough to move into second place here so far. As we move now to Derek Moggs, Merritt, British Columbia Cowboy, two-event competitor, team roper and tie-down roper.
I'm glad Shaw's here today.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I'm gonna rope one of these and win some money, and we'll have it on TV. Just in case you don't.
So all you were doing was getting all those misses out of the way over the last 2 days, so you'd be good for the TV cameras today.
Oh yeah, I threw for a few more.
Reaches out now, spins it around the ears, doesn't quite take a hold, and Derek comes up empty. Let's send him home with a round of applause here this afternoon in no time. Merritt Cowboy, Derek Moggs. I'll tell you what, watch closely. These horses, most of them the American quarter horse because of their ability to get to full speed in just a few strides and stop just as quickly. Highly trained, truly rodeo athletes. You watch closely as the cowboy rides out of that box down there where that barrier string is stretched across in front of. They ride that horse up to the hip of that calf. As he reaches out, ropes that calf, he'll step down off of that horse, getting what we call some send, carrying that speed and momentum down that rope, getting the calf in just 3 or 4 strides. Then it's the quick hands and athletic ability comes into play. There's the catch. Now the send down the calf. He's got to get that calf up we call daylight. Get him up in the air. Big, strong Brahma calf. I'll tell you what, there's a little calf, but I'll tell you what, he's looking at that calf. That is tough to tie.
That looks like a rabbit.
That is a tough calf right there. We'll talk about the one draw here. In the tie-down, these calves numbered and drawn for it. Nick Tex there having some tough luck here today. The calf he's drawn, unfortunately a tough one in the pen. That horn is a 25-second time limit we have here in the tie-down roping. Let's send him home with a round of applause here this afternoon. That's all he'll take home here today. I'm going to go now to Riley Isnardi, another good Cache Creek Cowboy down at the time to into the arena. He is number 8 in the standings so far this year in this event. It's another 3-event timed event cowboy, tie-down roper, steer wrestler, and team roper. In 3rd generation cowboy, and his grandpa Archie Williams is still leading the breakaway roping here this weekend. So 3 generations competing here in a rodeo. This is Riley, Cache Creek Cowboy. Got him caught in a hurry now. Gets that calf, get him gathered up. Roll over now, string that front leg to quick hands. He in behind those back legs. That calf again kicking, making it tough for him to get him gathered up. There we go. We'll lock him up 1 wrap, 2 wraps, a half hitch. Pull it up tight, and down comes our flag. But as he's walking back, all of us can see that red flag on the ground down there. That signifies a barrier penalty, a +10.
Wow. Why don't that guy just put duct tape on that so it don't keep falling out of his pocket? Hey?
Time at 18.7. If you're following along, we do have our timer out front here, but we have a second stopwatch up here. We put the times together. Time of 18.7 +10, 28.7 the total time for Riley. Brings up Alkali Lake Cowboy Willie Twan. Be next to go. He's 7th in the standings so far this year. Here's a cowboy that's he's pretty consistently up there in the top 5 in the tie-down roping.
Look at
Used
that.
to team rope and steer wrestle as well.
Jay.
Focusing here today on the tie-down roping.
Look at that. We got 1 smart judge and 1 not so smart.
Why do you say that?
Well, the smart guy's down here hiding in the shade. The other guy's down there working.
Willie Twan, Alkali Lake Cowboy. Getting that barrier there to give that calf about an 8-foot head start. So not only the luck of the draw come into play, but then we put that barrier there to try and keep it as fair as we can for every competitor.
Holy, look at that one.
Spins around, doesn't drop into place. Let's send him back to Alkali Lake with a round of applause, if you will. I am the local business.
Well, we're here with stall contractor and pickup man Earl Call. Earl, how do you think the rodeo's been going this weekend?
So far, it's been an excellent show. There's been some really good time event stuff and a couple good bareback rides. Stock's been really good, and the ground has been phenomenal for the rain that we had earlier on in the week. It's been great.
Yeah, I do think Quesnel has done an unbelievable job with weather we had here coming into the weekend. Tell us a little bit about your responsibility as a pickup man here this weekend in Quesnel.
Well, in the rough stock events, the animals have a bucking flank on, and our job is to get that off, as well as any cowboys that make the qualified ride. We'll ride our pickup horses in beside them, and usually the guy will dismount onto one of our horses, and we take the cowboy off to safety, and then make sure that the horses and the bulls get safely out of the arena.
Keeping cowboys safe to ride another weekend. Can you tell us a little bit about C+ Rodeo, how long you guys have been in the business, and where you guys go from here?
My brother Roy and we've been in the business for close to 30 years now. We live just outside of Williams Lake. We travel all over the province, and we enjoy what we do, and yeah, having a good time.
Yeah, living the rodeo life here with Earl Collins, C+ Rodeos. Thank you very much, Earl.
Fresh garden vegetables over there.
Well, no, she's dandelions and grasshoppers.
And a little ball will get hung up in that stirrup a little bit now. String the front leg, get calf kicking. Making it tough for him to get that knee in behind. Here we go, knee in behind. Get that first wrap on. There, pull it up tight, half hitch. Hands are out, the flag goes down. Again, tough pen of calves. We talk about that a lot. There are tough ones here this weekend. Now the calf has to stay tied down for 6 seconds. Our field judge gives us the nod. It's official, a time at 19.6 for Steve.
So every time I come across like the border between Alberta and BC, did you ever read that big sign there?
Which sign is that?
It says, "Welcome to British Columbia." Did you ever read the other words on it?
No, what's the other words?
It says, "The best place on earth." Does anybody think British Columbia is the best place on earth?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't see. That sign was right.
That's why I like coming here. You always hear the crowd.
Yeah.
We're here with Stacy Servaches, owner of both locations, the Tim Hortons here in Quesnel, a great corporate sponsor of the rodeo here in Quesnel. Stacy, tell us a little bit about the importance of supporting local events such as the Quesnel Rodeo.
Well, it's very important to us because it brings a lot of people into the community, show off our community, helps our business tremendously, and we have a lot of people that are rodeo people that even work for us, just the young kids and that, and you can tell right away that they're rodeo people, they're hard workers, and yeah, it's just very important to us to support these because it comes back and supports us as well, right?
Just a full circle economic impact here at the Quesnel Rodeo. Stacy, do you have some events that you prefer here in rodeo, or do you have roots in rodeo?
Well, I was never a cowboy. I have friends that are cowboys and cowgirls, right? But barrel racing is probably one of the ones I like the best, to be honest with you. And yeah.
Fast ladies and pretty ladies and fast horses. Yeah, that's what it's all about. We can't stress enough, without corporate sponsors like Stacy and Tim Hortons, we couldn't hold an event of this magnitude. So, Stacy, if there's anything else you'd like to say?
No, just very happy to be part of the rodeo here and continue support as long as we can, and we will, for sure.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Stacy, and enjoy the day.
When that chute gate opens, we're all riding today.
All right, everybody's in. Let's make some noise, Christoph.
Yeah, make some noise. Look at this. Yeah.
Time to get that spur stroke going.
Yeah.
Big, strong.
Wow.
Of course, there's that 8-second buzzer, the welcome whistle. Our pickup man, Ian, alongside. He's on the ground. He can hear you now. What do you think of that, Quesnel?
Show me the money.
Comes down to that, and I'll tell you what, that's what we wanted to see. Our
I
judges,
knew we could do it.
1 to 25 on either side again for the horse, 1 to 25 on either side again for the cowboy. Total possible score of 100. Score of 70.70.
Yeah!
Here's the score for Christoph on the good horse Atticus. Here's the young cowgirl that I'll tell you what's a bit of a veteran. The first female ever to get her PRCA card in the saddle bronc riding, and she's consistently been performing well around Western Canada here in the bronc riding. Out here now for an exhibition ride down in chute number 1.
Let's hear it for girl power. Come on, Quesnel, help her out. Yeah. Sit up, Kayla. You can do it. Wow.
That old horse kind of ducked and dived a little bit. You see him going across the arena there, kind of left and right a little bit. Got her over to that left-hand side a little bit and made that right-hand move. And let's give a round of applause to all the great cowgirls here in the BC Rodeo Association.
Boy, she's got to be tough, eh? If I fell off like that, I'd just lay there and cry. Okay, we need cheer him on. Come on, Quesnel.
There we go. There's a nod.
Help him out. Yeah, look at this. He's doing good. Yeah. Oh, wow. Holy.
And I'll tell you what, one of the things you might not have noticed back there, but just back there, just helping him get on that horse is one of the veterans here in the BC Rodeo Association and a hometown hero in the rodeo world, Steve Holman. One of those veteran cowboys that knows what he's doing. He's back here helping these youngsters get their start in the rodeo business. And that's what rodeo's all about here. It's very much a family event. We're all right back here, the best of the best in rodeo in BC for 3 great rodeo performances at the championship finals for 2016. We'll all be back and we hope you're back here with us too.
Come on, Jake, yeah!
Big, strong Quest.
Wow!
Big, strong yellow horse there from the C+ Rodeo Company. Took a bit of a run at him, and that is tough to get in time on those big horses like that when they take a run out there like that. Tough for our cowboy to get those feet set and get that spur stroke going.
Let's give him a hand. He did good, Quesnel. That's your cowboy. Boy,
Going
these guys
now
got
down to
hurt.
chute number 8. Lane Paley is our cowboy down in chute number 8.
Okay, this guy's
Save
been
on
going
food chute.
strong.
He's had a busy weekend.
Yeah.
He's a youngster, competed in our junior steer riding. Matter of fact, he's leading the junior steer ride. Now getting his start in these bucking horse events, and oh no! Big old horse sets him up and fires him out the front end. And again, there's another one of those scenarios where we're trying to get those feet set. That first jump out of there, and
oh, now it's coming back.
yeah.
We're here with Jonathan Metcalf, one of our corporate sponsors of McDonald's across the road here at North Star. Jonathan, a huge supporter of rodeo. Without that, we wouldn't be able to promote events of this such. Tell us a little bit about the economic impact and stuff and the values you see in sponsoring a rodeo here in Quesnel.
Well, Tim, I think an example like this, like the rodeo here, brings so many visitors and so much tourism to the town. I think the economic benefit is massive for us, for sure. And I've seen it all around town. I've seen it in the restaurant and, like touring the other things are going around in the rodeo here and talking to people. It's been a huge thing and people look forward to it.
An event to look forward to each and every year, the Quesnel Rodeo. I do know that McDonald's is a title sponsor of the Rookie Rough Horse event, a new event here trying to bring along rough stock riders from all ages through the events. What do you know about that? Tell us a little bit more about that, Jonathan.
Well, I think it's new for here, and we're really glad to be part of that sponsorship and to support it. We have a lot of young people working for us, and I really feel like if they get an opportunity in other sports, especially like rodeo, to bring it up, I think we'll do whatever we can to support that for sure.
Well, we do need sponsors of the such here. So thank you very much for your generous donation and support at the rodeo here in Quesnel. So we're going to go back down to some rodeo action to Shaw TV.
Mike Gill, Merit Cowboy, number 3 in the standings so far this year. Here's a cowboy, former all-around champion cowboy. Bull rider, steer wrestler, but I'll tell you what, focusing on steer wrestling and doing a good job out there. Reach out hard running, Cal, and oh no. Things not lining up the way he wanted them to there.
My aim's a little off. Oh, he's gone throw it back. Right on.
There's an odd Blaine Manuel. Get up alongside, reach down, get a hold of him by the horns. I'll tell you what, there's Cowboys. His old steers, I'm not sure who's wrestling who. Go to the nose. Let's help him, Quesnel, young cowboy.
Wow. I bet you not too many chicks get away from that guy at the dance, eh?
I'll bet not. We'll go to our timers of 14-2, the time of 14.2 for Blaine. Well, I'll tell you what, did you see that old steer picked him,
Kicked him?
Picked him right up and carried him down the arena for a ways. They'll oftentimes have cowboys helping the other cowboys ideally go out and beat them. Very much a sport where our biggest cheerleaders are our competitors and where we work together to try and oftentimes best each other. So Wade McNulty, 3rd place in the leaderboard here so far, out there doing the haze and trying to help these guys put a run together.
Make some noise, yeah!
And we get to one in a hurry, roll them over, and how about this? We got a new leader with a 5.8. 5.8 the time, and Colton Wardrop goes to the lead. Brings up Colton Manuel. 150 Mile House Cowboy. Saw brother Blaine out just a little while ago. It's Colton's turn. These horses train, they go through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of runs to get taught to get up alongside that steer and then grab that burst of speed. And I'll tell you what happened there. You saw that cow kind of set up just as they came out and then duck left and get in front of that steer wrestling horse, then over to the other side. Of course, then it's tough for him to get slowed down, get over to the other side, and then get past him again the length of the arena. And unfortunately, tough luck in the draw for Colton Manuel. There's an odd, away we go. Get him lined out. Wade McNulty on the other side doing the Hazen and oh no. Reaches out, just kind of overshoots the target a little bit, and that old ground comes up pretty hard at about 25 miles an hour down the arena. Let's send him home with a round of applause.
I probably measured on the Richter scale.
That was a pretty good rumble. Still looking to try and beat that time of 5.8 set here moments ago by Colton Wardrop. Get a hold of him, go to the nose, grab him, turn him, and roll him. And gets the job done. We'll go to our timers, a time of 6.9. The time for Riley, 6 and 9, good enough to move him into second place here so far in the steer wrestling. And then there was one chance to beat that time of 5.8 you saw moments ago by Colton Wardrop that's in the lead. It's a hometown cowboy, Jared Rock. I know he's got the talent. He's number 12 in the standings. All comes down to the luck of the draw here this afternoon. There's the nod. Trying to get that cow lined out, and a tough draw. That cow kind of ducking and diving as it went down the arena, changing speeds a little bit, and unfortunately doesn't get him lined up in no time. But now he's one of yours. Let's send him home. A round of applause. I can't have him leaving here feeling bad. And no time.
Oh, we're here with steer wrestler and pickup man Wade McNulty, working double duty here this weekend. Wade, how do you think the rodeo's going so far?
The rodeo's been excellent here. Ray and the grounds guys done a lot of work. It was flooded out here Thursday night, and they pushed all the dirt out and brought in new dirt and made this arena 100%. I'm sitting third in the bulldogging right now. I've had a couple guys riding my horse. They're doing very well. They're first and second on them. Everything seems to be going along. We've had some good weather. It's holding out, making sure everything works for us.
The weather sure has turned around for a good weekend here. Tell us a little bit about your duties as a pickup man here this weekend.
Well, me and my partner Earl Cole, they're owners of the stock too. And we've been picking up for about, 20 years together now. And we're just there to get the safety of the guys off the horses and get the flanks tripped and get the horses out of the arena quick as possible, keep the show going. And working with Earl as long as I have, we know right where we are. It's just perfect.
Well, safety is number one here. You guys have been doing a good job. What about the rest of the rodeo season? How are you doing? You're sitting number 1 or number 2 here in the BCRA, coming about the halfway point of the year.
I think I don't know where I'm sitting. I haven't checked there last up to date. I was first there, but I think I got switched here last weekend or whatever. But it's great. I got guys, young kids riding my horse, and they're doing very well on them. And I just love helping kids come down the road and make stuff happen for them.
Well, that's good to see. Well, thank you for spending some time with us here, Wade. I know you got lots to get done, and the rodeo's just about ready to get underway. So thank you for joining us, and good luck here today.
Thanks.
We're here with local bull rider Matt O'Flynn, past BCRA champion. Matt, tell us a little bit about the draw you have here in the bull riding today.
Well, today I got a bull called Lunar, a C+ Rodeos. I've drawn up on him twice before, once for a round win, and he has bucked me off once. So looking forward to the matchup today.
Just right. You told us you had a late night getting here today. Tell us about how the rest of your year's been going.
Rest of the year's been going real good. As far as having fun, really, really well. I have been bucking off some bulls, but it's part of my job. So just got to stay focused, keep pushing. I got in this morning at 5 a.m. and had a few hours sleep in my own bed, and so I'm real charged up today.
How are you sitting so far in the BCRA standings? Or I know you are rodeo and CPRA this year, the pro rodeo for the first time. So how are you sitting this year?
I'm in the top 10 in BC, and then as far as the CPRA, which is where we're all shooting to make the CFR, in the top 20 still. Just grinding it out. It's not an easy road. Not everybody gets there, but those who are persistent prevail. That's for sure. So I am persistent.
Well, we hope to see you here at the BCRA finals. Any other plans for the rest of the year then, Matt?
go hard or go home. There's no day like tomorrow, you know. It's just a crazy schedule. You gotta love it though. This is what we do for a living, and I mean, really, it's a dream to live it. So I'm lucky, very lucky.
Well, Matt O'Flynn living the dream. We wish you all the best of the luck here today in the bull riding and down Rodeo's road. So we're going to go back down to some live rodeo action with Shaw TV.
What's your name? Hey? Cade? Okay, Cade, show me how to hula hoop. Come on. Whoa, look at him go. Wow, maybe he was there last night. What's your name? Judd? Jed? Okay, Jed, show us what you got. Whoa, hey, no, try again. I got 2 tries. You can, come on. Oh, wow, I would never give up like that. What's your name? Paisley? Paisley, right on. Paisley. Yes. Okay. Show us how to hula hoop. Whoa, look at that.
There we go. That's hula hoop. See, look at how easy that is.
Okay, you don't make me show off. I know how to do it now. You see, I watched her. I can do it.
Can you do it? All right, so you were watching close?
I can do it. Yeah, I was watching her. I got all the moves, okay?
Okay. All right, let's see.
All you gotta do is
okay,
go
there you
like
go. Get
this,
it fired
okay?
up. You ready?
You ready?
Okay, you ready? All right. Get it going.
Holy. What did you do to my hula hoop?
What did he do to your hula hoop?
Holy, I'm on fire. Okay, kids, out. That's it. You can take it with you.
Holy. Here's a 3-event cowgirl. She breakaway ropes, barrel races, one of our top 10 barrel racers. She's number 7 in the standings here in the breakaway, and she does some team roping as well. All that plus she's the secretary of our association. And luck of the draw today not going her way. Camp, one of the fastest ones in the pen. Let's give her a round of applause on the top all-around cowgirls here in BC. Got that horse standing squarely. Watch those ears up now. They'll run to the hip of the calf. And again, hard running calf gets ahead of her a little bit, and she has to reach out a long ways. Doesn't have quite enough rope to get there, and comes up empty in no time for Cheyenne in no time.
This is a good event. I like to see this event.
All right, there's the nod. Calf kind of just ducks off to the right as she throws her rope, and that was a nasty calf right there. And unfortunately, in no time. Let's send her home with a round of applause, if you will. And no time for Fallon in no time. Go now to Cassidy Evenson. All right, barrier strings all set. Cowgirls ready. There's the nod. Hard running cow reaches out. Oh, yeah. There we go. Gets the job done.
And the crowd goes wild.
Yes, they do. Go to our timers, a time of 5.6. 5.6 the time for Cassidy. And brings up Sarah Newman will be next to go. You didn't quite get it there, buddy.
Well, I was trying. That's all I can do.
Got A for effort anyway. Sarah Newman, Kamloops cowgirl. It hands rope awfully well, throws it in a hurry, and comes up empty in no time for Sarah in no time. Gets out there, tries to get the job done quickly. Knew she had to be faster than 2.5, and I'll tell you, every one of our cowboys and cowgirls, when they back in the box, aren't roping to be second. They're out there shooting to be the fastest time of the weekend, and fortunately, things not going the way that Sarah wanted here this afternoon. Brings up Charlie Soffel. Oh, I'll tell you what. He knew he was going to be quick. It was going to be first or nothing. Unfortunately, spins around the calf's ears, doesn't drop down over the nose, and in no time for Charlie in no time. Brings up Morgan Fosbury. Saw Sister Fallon just a little while ago. It's Morgan's turn to be next to go. Morgan Fosbury, Merritt cowgirl. Again, watch these horses, ears up, listen to the sound of the gate, knowing that's their cue to go to work. Right up that calf, reach out a long ways, hard running calf again. I'll tell you what, these calves are on jet fuel today. Fortunately, in no time.
Holy, here comes one for me right there.
For Morgan, in no time. Quesnel, you ready for some wild horse racing?
Yeah.
Here we go, it's wild horse race time.
Cheer
these are big, strong horses here from the C+ Rodeo Company.
Come on, help them out, make some noise. Yeah, look at
We're
that.
down to 3 teams here today, so got the Alpha Hala team down here saddling right down below me down here. Got team will get all three. Got the saddles. Now we're gonna try and get. Oh no.
Yeah,
We're gonna try and get. There we go. The Alpha Hala team. They're saddled up now. They've got to get over to the far side.
Make some noise, yeah. Oh, look at
Big Tyson Belange's team out there trying to get that saddle back on. Oh wow! Turn around. There we go. Oh.
Yeah. Go a little farther.
I think that was awfully darn close, but we're going to get back on and do it the other way just to make sure. That's hometown team Alpha Hala.
Oh, wow.
We're going to try and get them across the line.
Make some noise.
Here comes our red team. Red Milky's team. There you go. We got another one. Sorry, two sons up over there. Come on, get one of them. Go across the line.
Yeah.
There goes our Belange and Alpha Hala team.
Wow.
Just about 10 seconds left. Try and get through.
Oh, look at that. They won it yesterday, that team, didn't they?
I think they did. Down, just a couple more seconds. And there's the horn.
Holy moly. Now look at this. Oh. Look at that one.
Well, we're here with Dyson and Perry-Lynn Leneve, a brother-sister combo from Quesnel, BC. Perry-Lynn, tell us a little bit about your barrel racing run yesterday.
I was up in the slack yesterday at 8 in the morning. It was quite early. The ground was a little shifty. I slipped on the backside at first and kicked it on my way out, so I definitely didn't have the run that I was hoping for, but I guess we'll see the next one.
Not the run she was hoping for at her hometown rodeo. Dyson, I know you've been split up through the days. How have you been done so far? I know you're up today. Again, today, what are you up into today?
Junior Breakaway Ropings today.
So how'd you do in your earlier events in the Open and the Team Open?
In the Team Roping, I missed one and spun one. My healer missed, and in the Open Breakaway, drew a bad calf, ran left pretty hard, and missed him.
Perry-Lynn, how has the rest of your year here in the BC area been going? How are you sitting in the standings?
I was sitting 10th before last weekend. I'm not sure how I'll be, but I'm hoping to stick in there for the finals in September. So.
Just right, the coveted spot of the BC area finals. Dyson, tell us a little bit about how your year is going.
My year's going pretty good in the Junior Breakaway Roping. I'm sitting first in the BCRA, and Team Roping's all right. If I make a little bit more money, I'll be in the finals, and Open Breakaway's going pretty good too.
Just right. We see you ride the same horse in all your events. Tell us a little bit about your horse, Dyson.
My horse, Huckleberry, is a great horse. He'll do anything for me. He's been Horse of the Year in the Junior Breakaway 3 times. And, yeah, he's just all around great horse. He'll do whatever.
Perfect. Great, powerful contestants from here in Quesnel, past champions. So we're going to go back down to a little bit more rodeo action live with Shaw TV.
Okay, all right, so we got our calf ready to go. As soon as we get that calf out there, I'm going to blow the horn. You guys don't move until I blow the horn, all right? Here comes the calf. And your marks, get set.
Go get the ribbon. You get $50 if you get it back here. Come on, kids, get the ribbon. Hurry. Get it.
I'll get him down the corner. Oh, he runs in the corner. Get away. Oh, there we go. Now it gets interesting.
Hurry, get it. Get him cornered.
Way down here in the other corner. Well, yeah, it's a long old run from one end of the arena all the way to the other one. And slips through the fingers. Oh, no.
Grab it. Get it. Hurry, get the ribbon. Yeah.
We got one down here in the corner.
He just won $50 right here.
There we go. We got a name. What do you got a name down there, Squirty?
What's your name? Nate? He won it. This is organized confusion right here. Eh? Look at, there's a lot of kids. You see this red ribbon right here? That's the one you guys need to get, okay? Don't get the other ones because my pants will come off. Okay, is that all the kids?
All right, we've got them all, kid. You got to wait for the sound of the horn again. Are you ready? On your marks. Oh, here comes more. Here comes kids.
More. Come on, kids. Oh, 6 and under.
Oh, here comes there.
Wow, that's a small one.
Yeah. That's the ones you got to be worried about.
That's the ones I'm worried about.
Yeah.
And they get $25 if they get the red ribbon, okay?
All right, on your marks, get set. Away we go. Woo-hoo.
Oh, just a red ribbon.
Oh, that was pretty smart.
Oh, he got it. What's your name?
Oh, that was
Blaze? Okay, Blaze wins the $25.
I think that other girl that was dragging by your other ribbons is the one that should get.
Well, I'm glad he let go. My pants would have come down.
All right, we're all lined up. Far in, listen for the sound of the horn. I'm going to be quiet. Listen for that sound of the horn. It all starts then. Way they go! Down the stretch they come. Looks like Lindy Friesen with a jump out on the front end. Yeah, she had a great run. Yes, Lindy Friesen. Candace Fire and Bettina. I'll tell you that's 2 days in a row for Lindy Friesen.
Well, we're here with our first champion on Championship Sunday. We're here with Cash Kerner. Cash, tell us a little bit about your 82-point ride on Smokin' Gun.
Well, it's a nice horse. She seemed a little bit strong at the beginning there, but as soon as I got in timing with her, she straightened out and she felt really good, and I just kind of let her go and had some fun.
Well, it was a fancy ride. Cash, how's the rest of your year been going coming into the Quesnel Rodeo?
Pretty good. I'm not sitting in the BCRA standings right now because I haven't bought my card. Well, I bought it today, actually. But I'm sitting first down in the Pro West standings, and that's my goal this year is to get the saddle and the buckle and the season leader down there.
Just right. Well, we saw you season leader and finals champion last year in the BCRA. Where do you go from Quesnel?
I've got Clayton next weekend, and that's pretty much it.
Well, congratulations and thanks for joining us here at the 51st Annual Quesnel Rodeo. We're here with Colleen Mighton of Billy Barker Casino and Hotel. Colleen, tell us a little bit about the importance and why you guys support an event like the Quesnel Rodeo.
Well, the Billy Barker, I've worked for them just about 30 years, and they've always been a supporter. They realize how important the revenue that an event of this caliber brings in. So every business in Quesnel benefits in some form or another, either through the contestants or the people that are coming to watch the rodeo. So it's really important to get behind all these people that spend countless hours of volunteer time to put on an event of this caliber. So it's important to the community. It's important to the rural way of life. It's a sense of community that people can get together and enjoy just fellowship with people that are in the same type of lifestyle. So yeah, we've always been involved with rodeo.
Yeah, keeping Western heritage alive. I see you guys are the title sponsor of the Bareback Riding. Why did you guys choose that event this year?
Well, we sponsor whatever is needed. We just put our dollars towards the rodeo club, let them choose what's best for them, and just get behind them in any way we can. If people can't sponsor financially, paying an admission helps. You know, every little bit is important, and it's important to keep this alive in Quesnel.
I agree 100% with you. So thank you very much for your time, Colleen. If you guys need to stay in Quesnel or a casino, they're right downtown here in Quesnel. So we're going to go back to some live rodeo action with Shaw TV.
Ladies barrel racing next to go. First to go will be Kathy Buchert. Vanderhoof Cowgirl fourth in the standings so far this year. Here in this event, our Cowgirls into the arena on the run. Cloverleaf pattern around these barrels. Stay close. Don't knock one over. If they do knock one over, it's a 5-second penalty. Time to beat so far is a 17.18. Yesterday afternoon, our second performance. Into that right-hand barrel first two left-hand turns. Stay nice and close down to that third and final barrel. Make that final turn now. It's your turn to make some noise. Cheer along if you will. Kathy Buchert, Vanderbilt Cowgirl, back across the line at 17.14. 17 and 14 is the time for Kathy. Brings up Lila McKenzie of Pritchard to be next to go. Lila McKenzie, Pritchard Cowgirl. First two left-hand turns now, the gold buckle barrels. Turn around, head throw, let's cheer along. Lila McKenzie, Pritchard Cowgirl. 17.83, the time of 17.83, the time for Lila. Out of hometown cowgirl Jody Gilson will be next up. Right here in Quesnel, Jody Gilson of Quesnel next up. 17.14 the time to beat. Right behind that is 17.18. The final round, the final go-round here in the rodeo. Hometown cowgirl Jody Gilson. Good turnaround that first one. Now first 2 left-hand turns. Stay close. Oh no! Just comes around a little hard on that second one. Run with that 5-second handicap. She's one of yours, Quesnel. Let's send her home. A round of applause. 17.35 plus 5, a 22.35 is the total time for Jody. In a real rodeo family, this is Sarah Gerard, Savanaugh cowgirl. Now first 2 right-hand turns. They have the choice going left-hand or right-hand barrel first. There it is, the final turn, the run for the money. Let's cheer along. Good run going. Can she close it out? How about this, a 17.03 and a new leader. 17.03 and Sarah moves to the lead here in our Regency Dodge Chrysler Ladies Barrel Racing as we go to Odessa Gerard. This will be her daughter. Talking about 2 generations all at once. Mom was out, set the pace. Can her daughter Odessa come out and do the same thing and keep it going? Well, I'll tell you what, there's a good turn on that first one now. Keep it going, left-hand turn number 1. Here's what's all won or lost. That final turn, set him up, turn around, head for home. Ocelard all the way, a 17.48. 17.48 is the time for Odessa. All right, we'll take a couple of minutes like we do every 5 barrel racers to take the time to level the footing out there. We take and bring our harrows out. Thanks to our friends at Douglas Lake Equipment supplying our Kubota tractor. We're going to use that to fill in some of these holes. These horses dig some big, deep holes as they power their way around their barrels out there. And while we're leveling those things out, give me a chance to thank some of our family of sponsors here that keep rodeo alive and well in Quesnel all year long. Our friends down at the Billy Barker Casino Hotel. Old world elegance, modern amenities at the Billy Barker Casino Hotel. Make Tracks Recreation your local Polaris dealer, and proud to be part of our family of sponsors with Polaris and our BCRA Polaris 2016 finals. The Sandman Hotel and Suites, my home away from home here this weekend, and a big part of the business family out in South Quesnel and the South Quesnel Business Association, who also support the BCRA and the Quesnel Rodeo Club.
Well, you see everybody here wearing red shirts in support of the Communities for Veterans Foundation. We're here with Paul and Terry Nichols. They're here to tell us a little bit about their foundation and the Ride Across Canada. Here you go, Paul.
Thanks. Yeah, our Ride Across Canada was really to raise awareness to the changing face of Canadian veterans and really remind the Canadian people that we got 3 more generations of troops that have served our country since our old boys landed in Normandy. So it's
it's important to support them, absolutely.
Yes, it is. Well, they're keeping our Canada free and our freedom, and everybody fighting so we can stay here and celebrate 3 days of rodeo in Quesnel. So tell us a little bit more about your ride, 211 days from Victoria to St. John's.
Yeah, so we included as many contemporary Canadian veterans as we could. We put them in the saddle through their own communities and create discussion. For me, a huge turning point after my return from the Balkans. I served in Croatia and Bosnia. When I came home, I came to a community that so often thinks of a veteran as an old man. And it was support in community from my own community that was a real turning point in my life.
So bringing awareness to the younger veterans is what you're all about, in post-traumatic stress and all they like.
Absolutely. We know that the Canadian people love their troops. We know that they love their veterans, but so often we face our demons alone because people don't know who we are. They will support us if we get that support from our community.
Tell us some of the highlights of the Ride Across Canada, 211 days.
Oh, that's a huge one. It's it was a long slog. It's physically and mentally grueling to spend that much time in a saddle. Over 8,000 kilometers, 5,000 kilometers. 5,000 kilometers on my...
Terry, you were along for the ride as well. Can you tell us some of the highlights?
As hard as it was uplifting. We changed people's lives. We changed the thoughts in communities for what's needed to support veterans. We found that there was a motivation in community to want to do something, but people didn't know what to do, how to talk to people, how to engage that relationship and connect with their veterans and connect veterans with their communities. So that was our goal, and we did a good job. We changed thoughts in community, and we supported our veterans.
Going from here, communities for veterans, a great organization to support. So thank you guys very much, Paul and Terry, for being here and for your services as a veteran.
Thank you for having me.
Back to action. Kelly Hume, Williams Lake Cowgirl will be next to go. Again, in the arena on the run, our electronic timer. Out there, our scoreboard right down here with the announcements. And you see what we see the times. Kelly Hume, Williams Lake Cowgirl. Time to beat now 17.03. Down that final barrel. Set them up, turn around, head for home. Cheer along if you will. Her time is 17.80. 17.80 the time for Kelly. Rings up, Cache Creek Cowgirl Laura James will be next to go, number 7 in the standings. You saw Laura earlier on in our breakaway roping. Little wide around that first one now, so try and pick things up here on the next two. Round number 2, now here's where it's all won or lost. Final turn, the run for the money, the dash for the cash. Let's cheer along. 17.71, the time for Laura, 17.71. Going out to Jolene Seitz, Savanaugh Cowgirl will be next to go. Saw sister Sarah Gerard out earlier. In a great rodeo family. Consistently at the top end of the standings here in the BCRA. Good looking little gray horse. Nice and smooth around that second barrel. Here's where it's all won or lost. Set him up, turn around. Oh, a little bump, stays standing. We're okay. She heads for home. Time of 17.16. 17.16. That's good enough to move her into 3rd place so far. So we have 4 times, all within 1/10 of a second of each other. We go to Judy Hyde, Prince George Cowgirl number 3 in the standing so far this year. Judy Hyde, Prince George next to go. Nina's right-hand barrel first. Object of the game, stay close, keep the speed up around the barrels, keep the momentum up. And the horses that get low, get to the ground, stretch out, cover the ground between them. What we're looking for. That final turn, the dash for the cash. Judy stops the clock at 17.23. 17.23 the time for Judy. Brings up Cheyenne Betts next to go. 150 Mile House Cowgirl, another cowgirl you saw earlier on of the afternoon. Oh, trouble right off the bat on that first barrel, running out that 5-second handicap. Not the kind of day she wanted. So, Quesnel, I'm going to ask you to help me, if you will, as she makes that final turn. Let's send her home with a round of applause. Time at 18.50 plus 5, 23.50. The total time for Cheyenne at 23.50. Hometown Cowgirl Charlotte Hancock, that left-hand barrel first. Round number 2. All right, keep the speed up. Now final turn. Turn around, head for home. Pour the coal to them. An 18.35. The time for Charlotte, 18.35. Brings up Fallon Fosbury. Another cowgirl you saw earlier on in our breakaway roping. Merritt Cowgirl, Fallon Fosbury next up. 17.03 the time we're looking trying to beat that set by our number 1 barrel racer so far this year in BC, Sarah Gerard, out in the lead. Fallon Fosbury. Good and smooth around that first one now. Can she keep the momentum going? She does. Now here's where it's all won or lost. Set them up, turn around, head for home. Let's cheer along. Time of 17.99, the time for Fallon, 17.99. Brings up our final ladies barrel racer, Savanaugh Cowgirl, Tasha Seitz. Good turnaround barrel number 1. Little wide there on barrel number 2. She'll have to make up some time now. As turns that gold buckle barrel. The final turn, the dash for the cash. 17.66. 17.66 the time for Tasha. Brings us to our first junior event of the afternoon. We're going to jump right into our Jenna Wills Memorial Fund Junior Barrel Racing. Our junior competitors here in the BC Rodeo Association, just 15 years of age and under, getting their start in the rodeo business. We'll go to Amy Hume, Williams Lake cowgirl number 2 in the standing so far this year here in our junior barrel racing. Sponsored here this weekend by Gibraltar Mines. Great supporters again this year of our Quesnel Rodeo Club. Time to beat here so far in our junior barrel racing, a 17.38. Tom, we're trying to trip up here tonight. Amy stops the clock at 17.96. 17.96 the time for Amy. So we go to Gracie Antoine. Cass Creek Cowgirl will be next to go. Gracie Antoine. Another great rodeo family. Ed Neal, one of our pickup man, a team roper, and a great rodeo family. Oh no, trouble on barrel number 1, running already with that 5-second handicap. Well, some days just go like that, don't they? She makes that final turn. Quesnel, let's help her feel a little better about her day. Send her home with a round of applause, if you will. Time of 18:46 plus 10, 28:46 the total time for Gracie. Well, once again, we'll bring our tractor in here, level things up. And while we're doing that, I'm going to tell you how you could win one of our lucky program prizes here this afternoon.
Champion here on day number 3, Championship Sunday. The hometown cowboy Tavis Rock comes up victorious in the tie-down rope with a 14-1. Tavis, tell us a little bit about your run.
I don't know, I drew a pretty good calf. I didn't really know about it, but it was like fresh, so I just kind of tried to went out there and make no mistakes. And
just right, how's your year been going coming into Quesnel?
It's going pretty good. I haven't been roping that much, just kind of more focused on hockey, but yeah.
Well, it's a little bit hot for hockey this week, and tell us a little bit about your horse as we wrap it up, Tavis.
I know we got juice around like 4 years back. We were just heading and healing off him, but then we sent him over to cousin Steve Thiessen, got him calf roping. Then last little bit, my brother had been working with him pretty well to get him working rope.
Perfect. Well, you did have a nice, clean, smooth run, so congratulations, Tavis, champion here at Quesnel Rodeo, the 51st annual. Good luck down Rodeo's Road. Back to you, Jay.
Indurina on the run. Can she do it? I think she can. Right-hand barrel first, just a little bit wide. Keep that speed going up. Good. Hard run, little horse, I'll tell you what. Good looking. All right, here's what's all won and lost. That final turn, the dash for the cash. Let's cheer along, Quesnel. Good, smooth run, going hustle hard all the way home. 18.05, the time for Emma, and 18.05. Brings up Harley Antoine. Bit up, stay in that top 10. Oh no, trouble on that first barrel, running now with that 5-second handicap. And I'll tell you what, sometimes those old barrels just don't want to cooperate at all. She makes that, well, you know what? You're gonna get 2, you might as well get 3. Let's give her a round of applause here this afternoon. Time of 19:35 plus 15, 34:35 the total time for Harley, a 34:35. Get our barrels stood up. Go to Vanderhoof cowgirl Riley Byer be next to go. 4th in the standing so far this year here in this event. Riley Byer be next to go. Here she is in the arena on the run. Good looking little gray horse. Ah, these young girls and their horses. What a treat. She makes that final turn. Now's the time to make some noise. Cheer along. The run for the money. An 18.64, the time for Riley, 18.64. Our co-op, Otter Armstrong and Vanderhoof Pee Wee Barrel Racing, sponsored this weekend by Booster Juice. Our competitors here just 10 years of age and under. We're gonna go to Allie Buchert, Vanderhoof cowgirl. And I'll tell you what, these are the future superstars in our sport. Oh, I'll tell you what, says, I know where I'm supposed to go. Well, there's a great old horse, isn't he? Gets him turned around and head in the right direction. So many of our young cowgirls and cowboys travel down the rodeo road with mom and dad and get their chance to come and have fun. Allie Buchert. Her time. And no time, unfortunately, for Allie, and no time. She's off course. Some tough luck here today, but I'll tell you what, she had a big old smile on anyways out there. Brings up Hannah Katie. Kamloops cowgirl, number 6 in the standing so far this year here in the Pee Wee Barrel Racing. Hannah Katie, Kamloops cowgirl. Time to beat so far here in our Pee Wee Barrels in 18.63 is the time that's in the lead. I'll tell you what, some of these youngsters, they're just getting their start, but I'll tell you what, they're here to compete. Good turn around that one. Now she'll hustle hard down to that third and final barrel. How about this for a Pee Wee Barrel Racer? An 18.87, 18.87 the time for Hannah. Moves her in a second place here so far with an 18.87. Time to beat 18.63. Right behind that, Hannah Katie was just 18.87. Here's young Zoe Buchert, Vanderhoof cowgirl. Well, I'll tell you, fun, good-looking little paint horse. Well, these youngsters get a chance to get out here, get on the good horses, get in front of the crowd and the bright lights and the noise and the excitement and get used to it. There's a good, smooth run. Think that horse has been around the barrels a time or two? I think so. Her time at 22.24, 22.24. Turner James of Cache Creek, 7th in the standing so far this year. There we go around that one, get him straightened out. There we go, reaches down, gets a hold of it. And I think this big sorrel horse, he's been around the barrels a time or two as well. Here's where it's all won or lost, that final turn. Quesnel, you know what you need to do for a young cowboy from Cache Creek. 20.95, 20.95 the time for Turner. As we go to Paige Katie. Another Kamloops cowgirl will be next to go. A sister Hannah out there just a little while ago. It's Paige's turn. Well, I'll tell you what, it doesn't get much cuter than this, does it? Around that first one we go. Get him up to a lope. Hustle over that second one. Well, that's the world's greatest babysitter right there, isn't it? Oh, little girls and their horses. What a beautiful thing. Now around that final barrel, and Quesnel, you just gotta give her some love. Her time of 30.56, 30.56 the time for Paige. Brings up Emma Antoine. Cache Creek cowgirl. Saw sisters Harley and Gracie out there already. Emma's turn to go. 18.63 the time to beat. There we go, kicking it into gear now. One good barrel behind her. Around the second one. Down around that final barrel, another turn, the run for the money. Let's cheer along. Hustle hard all the way at 22.32. The time for Emma at 22.32. Brings up our final Pee Wee Barrel Racer, a typo on our program. We missed Talon James. Be our final Pee Wee Barrel Racer. Sorry about that. We had one that we missed on the program. Our crew, always our ground crew and our volunteers, always Johnny on the spot to get to work and get their job done. So we'll talk about that here in just a minute. Right now we're set to go with Talon James. Mom Laura, one of our top barrel racers. Here's a young cowgirl also with a great future ahead of her. He can get the job done in a hurry. She'll be moving up into the juniors next year. I'll tell you what a great place to start. What a way to do it. Taylin James. Final throw. Oh, no! Trouble on that third barrel. Let's give her a round of applause. How about that? Would have been a 17.30. Now, I'll tell you what, that would have placed in our ladies' barrels. That was fast enough. One of our Pee Wee barrel racers, a 17.30. Unfortunately, we add 5 to it for that barrel down. Becomes 22.30. How about a round of applause for all of our barrel racers here today, ladies, juniors, and Pee Wee. There's the nod. Gracie Antoine. Oh! And that cow kind of ducking off the right a little bit as she throws her rope, comes up empty in no time for Gracie in no time. Brings up Harley Antoine. A sister Gracie moments ago. This is Harley's turn.
Okay, you guys, here it comes.
Gonna be drawing that here shortly, so I don't know if they're still out there selling them. If they are, you probably got just another minute or two. This is Harley Antoine, reach out all around the ears, but doesn't drop down over top. And she comes up empty. You know what to do, Quesnel, again for a young cowgirl. Let's send her home. Some appreciation. As we go with a hometown cowboy, Dyson Laneve.
How about
Be next
that?
to go. Dyson Laneve.
Are you ready?
Reach down, fish, 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 fish. And doesn't quite go all the way down over the nose. He's one of yours, Quesnel, hometown cowboy. Unfortunately, in no time for Dyson. Let's send him home with a little appreciation.
Who were them people that did all the work to get the arena so nice?
MCon Services, great helpers. All cow tuffling again, out to the left and back around to the right. And there's nothing worse than a cow like that goes all the way back and forth, kind of weaving their way down the arena, trying to get lined up. Let's send her home with a round of applause, if you would. Some tough luck in the draw. Amy Human in no time. We're going to close the gates down the time to into the arena, make a move down here to the buck and shoots for a third and final junior event of the afternoon, our junior steer riding. We're going to start off down in shooting number 1 with Tyler Antoine. Clinton, cowboy number 6 in the standings so far this year. Again, the ride starts right now. 8 seconds starts right now.
Yeah.
Make yourself, cowboy. Hustle up. Sit in the middle. There's that 8-second buzzer. We started off with a qualified ride and a little rough and tumble on the dismount, but he's on the ground. He can hear you now. A qualified ride for our first baby bull rider, junior steer rider, Tyler Antoine.
Wow. He did good because they weren't doing that good yesterday.
We had a tough day yesterday in the junior steer riding, but we're going to change that around here today. Score a 73 points, a 73. Moves him to the lead. How about that right off the bat? We have a new leader with a 73. Brings up Heffley Creek cowboy Justin Mitchell, shooting number 2. Is where the action is, the Tim Horton shoot.
Come on,
Heffley
come
Creek
on,
cowboy
Quesnel.
73 is the score to beat.
Help him out.
Right
One
hand,
hand.
help
Yeah.
yourself. Oh, no.
Oh. Boy, he landed right on his head.
He did a little bit. That old ground comes up pretty darn hard out there. And good to see all of our cowboys wearing that protective equipment out there, the helmets, the flak vests, and all of those things give themselves a chance. All of them with a mouth guard as well. So doing a lot of work here in the sport of rodeo to keep our cowboys and cowgirls safe. That old ground comes up hard, but
Sometimes they go pretty fast, these guys.
Tyler Clark, the cowboy, help yourself. Oh, no. Big, yellow cow. Gets him in a little trouble. Let's give him a round of applause here this afternoon. No shame to get bucked up a big one like that. Look at him, he's just a little fella.
No fooling. Not like that steer's 4 times bigger than him.
I know, that is a tough draw for that cowboy. Gonna go down to Cole McKay, Lytton cowboy. You bet Quesnel when that gate swings open. Let's see what we can do. We can do it together. I think we can.
Come on,
There's an odd.
let's ride one, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, hey, here it comes, Jay. Oh, wow. Oh, I thought I had it.
I'm thinking probably it's a good thing you didn't.
Why is that? She would have probably chased me to the fence.
You better give a round of applause. Got stepped on a little bit. I'm looking down, and he's shaking it off. He's a good young cowboy. I'll tell you what, to make him tough right off the get-go here. And we do have our first aid attendants back here. We'll make sure he's all right.
Hey, that's happening this fall right here.
Right here.
Come on, Quesnel, make some noise. Oh.
Can we get our first aid attendants, please?
Come on, girls.
Again, we'll take all the time we need here to make sure young cowboy's all right. Big old strong cows sometimes. So we've got our first aid attendants here. We'll make sure that he's looked after just as much as he needs to be. And we talked about a little while ago the protective equipment we wear here in the sport of rodeo and each and every one of our events. But it is one of those things that unfortunately happens every now and again, of those freak injuries that are a part of professional sports. You bet. He can hear you down there. Yeah, he is awake and he is talking to him. We just want to take all the precautions we need to make sure that our young cowboys are all right. So we're going to do that, and we're in abundance of caution. We'll take all the time we need to. Jordan Monaco, the cowboy down in chute number 6 again. Flat braided bull rope, 1 or 2 hands, whenever our cowboys are more comfortable with. 8-second ride. Here we go. Quesnel, let's get it going on.
Cheer 'em on. Come on.
Ride another.
Come on, Sunday crowd. Let's cheer 'em on. Let's ride one. Yeah. You can do it. Yeah. Come on.
Sit in the middle. Help yourself. Spur up. Get some extra points. No spur up. No spurring rule, but if the cowboy does get a few extra spur strokes in there, you get some extra points.
He's excited. Well, you're getting
We're going to
good.
go to our judges, get a score for him here momentarily. What's that, Squirty?
I said Wade's getting good at getting them cows out now.
He's one of the best all-around cowboys we've got in BC.
They're all afraid of him now. They
Score a 65. 6-5 the score for Jordan Monaco. A 65. Moves him into 5th place here so far as we go down to chute number 7. All right, we're going to go to a re-ride from yesterday for Flint Gordon, hometown cowboy. Matter of fact, this is his 3rd re-ride. He had a busy day yesterday, and it drew some tough ones. So
come on,
let's give him a round of applause. He's one of yours,
yeah, make some noise. He's just home from Calgary. Look at him spur. Yeah. Only your water bottle fell out of your pants.
Well,
who thinks he made it?
Well, unfortunately, he didn't. Took his chances, got on his 4th cow. Let's give him a round of applause. Quesnel, he's a hometown cowboy. Unfortunately, a no score.
He was just down riding in the Calgary Stampede the other day.
Yes, he was. Jason Beyer, Luke Mullen, Vanderhoof team, both rope awfully good. Luck of the draw playing a big part now. Header reaches out, ropes cow around the horns or around the neck, turns left. Heeler in, and then trying to catch the back leg. Didn't get him locked off on the front end. Unfortunately, comes up empty in no time for Jason and Luke, and no time.
I'm gone.
Barrier string up there again to give that steer about an 8-foot head start. Unlike the tie-down rope, and here the ropes aren't attached to the saddle horn. They take the tail end of that rope, wrap it around the saddle horn. We call that the dally. You saw that there on the head, unfortunately. Jonah comes in on the back end and misses the back legs, and no time for Ralph and Jonah, in no time.
I'm going to try throwing the ball up into the stands.
All right.
I can't bat him, so I might as well throw one. Okay, you guys ready?
Brings up Nick Texera and Rod Spears, our next team to go. How's everybody doing over in the beer garden? Are you starting to enjoy yourselves over there now? Hey! Nick Texera on the head end, Rod Spears on the heel end. Rod, one of the veteran team ropers here in the BC Rodeo Association, many-time finalist. There's the head catch. Now Rod in the back and swing over the back, throws it down, gathers up 2 feet, dallies up, comes tight. Once the ropes are tight, the horses are faced up. The flag comes down, a time of 6.7. The time for Nick and Rod, a 6.7. And right off the bat, we've got new leaders in the team roping. They go the lead with a 6 and 7.
Anybody want a ball in the beer?
Nice run, guys.
Where's the loud section?
Derek Mobbs and Josh Siemens, our next team to go. Derek Mobbs on the head end, Josh on the heel end. And both these guys in the top 10 in the team roping. Derek Mobbs getting ready to go on the head side. Barrier string is set. Waiting for that steer to be looking just right. There's the nod. Goes it down the back end and doesn't gather up any feet. Just watch your tie downs broke there, Derek. Kind of dragging along under you. No time for Derek and Josh, and no time. Brings up Nick Texera and Levi Hughes will be our next team to go. Nick on the head end. Levi on the heel end. Kamloops and Chilliwack team. Quick head catch now, Levi in the back end. Let's get a couple feet. Reach down and all around those 2 back feet, but doesn't come up with anything. No time for Nick and Levi, and no time. 6 and 7, still the lead, set moments ago by Rod Spears. There we go, head catch, dally up, turn left. Let's get a couple feet in there in the back end. Swing over the back, throw it down, and kind of gets tangled up on that first leg, doesn't fall all the way through, and Jason and Josh come up empty in no time. Nick Texera and Rod Spears, 6-7 in the lead, set 4 runs ago. Behind that, an 8-1. Lots of room still here and some great ropers still to come. We'll go to Ralph Myers and Riley Isnardi. Be next to go. Head catch, turn left, get walked off, get a couple feet. Riley throws it down, dally up, come tight, faced up, clean in the field. Nice run, guys. How about that? New leaders, 6 and 3. Ralph and Riley go to the lead with a time of 6.3. Nice run, guys. And there's your leader so far as it heats up here on Championship Sunday like it so often does. Head catch, now Rod in on the back end, reach down, dally up, come, oh no. Boy, I'll tell you what, I thought he had some feet in there, comes up empty in no time for Josh and Rod in no time. Neil Antoine and Riley Isnardi, our next team. Cache Creek team. Neil Antoine on the head end. Riley Isnardi on the heel end. Neil on his first run, Riley making his second. Riley was a 6-3 with his other partner, Ralph Myers, a couple of minutes ago. Want to get yourself settled into that top 10 solidly as we work our way towards our Polaris BCRA finals. This is the weekend to do it. Oh, a swing and a miss on the front end. Neil comes up empty, spins it off that inside horn, and no time for Neil and Riley, and no time. Derek Mobbs and Luke Mullen, next team to go. And things getting crossed up down here. And unfortunately, they'll take a no time. A no time for Derek and Luke, a no time. And everything's got to be just right. There we go, back in the corner of the box. Put on the head end now. Levi on the back end, reaches down, dallies up, comes tight. Straight up in the field. clean at the barrier. New leaders with a 6 and 1. That's some team roping. Nice run, guys. New leaders. Josh Cahill and Levi Hughes with a 6.1. Well done, guys. Brings up our final team, our last chance to change things around. Neil Antoine and Jonah Antoine. While they're riding in, I'd like you to give me a hand and some support here and send a big shout out and a thank you to the Quesnel Rodeo Club and all their volunteers keeping rodeo alive and well here in Quesnel. All right, turn left, reach in, back in, dally up, come tight. +5 in the field. Time of 6.5, +5, 11 and 5. The total time for Neil and Jonah on 11.5. So your fast time on the weekend, you saw it one run ago. Josh Cahill and Levi Hughes with a 6.1 are your champions here in the team roping. Thanks again to our sponsor, Booster Juice. We're gonna kick it off this section. Shoot number 3 with Colton Arthur. Vanderhoof Cowboy, Triple Crown is the name of the bull he's drawn here from the C+ Rodeo Company. Now, the rules of the game, well, there aren't very many. One hand in that bull rope, free hand in the air. Cowboy can't touch any part of himself or the bull with a free hand. If they do, it's a no score. No spur out rule, just have to hang on. The bull he's drawn is the name of Triple Crown from the C+ Rodeo
Quesnel.
Company. Let's get those hands going, Quesnel.
Let's ride
It's
'em.
time
Let's
to rock
ride
and
some
roll.
bulls. Yeah. Let's wake them up. We gotta do better than last night. You guys ready? Come on, Bear Guns, we need you. Yeah.
No qualified bull rides yet this weekend. Can we change that around here today?
Make some noise.
And I'll tell you what, there is a bull that's a veteran right there. He got his job done, got out there in a hurry and said, I'm done now. Hey, how about that?
I should have brought my rope. I could have caught that one.
But then what would you have done with it?
$500. Yeah, we're stomping now. Come on,
here we go.
Yeah.
Why did you hide down in there like that?
Well, I was just checking things out, making sure everything was working.
Oh, let's give our cowboy a round of applause. Unfortunately, Silver Surfer, Big Gray Bull gets the best of Devin Graham, and no score. Well, going now way down is shooting number 8. Ryan Jasper, the cowboy, way down in shoot number 8. Quesnel, here's a cowboy in a matchup I like. Let's get those hands going, see what we can do.
Come on, Quesnel, let's ride one. We can do it. This guy's been fighting bulls here all weekend. Oh, listen to him, Ryan. 10,000 people ready to cheer you on, bud.
All right. Slides up. He'll know his hit any moment. Awesome matchup. I've been waiting all day for.
Come on, Quesnel, make some noise. Oh, wow. All the kids back from the fence. All the kids back from the fence. All the mother-in-laws up to the fence.
Oh, let's give a round of applause. No shame to get bucked off a great bull like that from the C+ Rodeo Company. Fortunately, a no score for Ryan Jasper, a no score.
Did he go by, Jay? Oh, thanks. Thanks for letting me know.
All right, we're going to go now to shoot number 5 and our last chance to ride a bull. It comes down to this, and our Make Tracks Recreation sponsored bull riding here this weekend. It's a cowboy you're all going to know. He's from right here in Quesnel. It's Matt O'Flynn.
Come on, Quesnel.
Lunar is the name of the bull he's drawn. Is this the bull ride we're looking for? Is this the way we're going to wrap it up, Quesnel? One last time, we need your energy. We need your support. We need your hands. We need your noise. We need your everything. We're going to ride a bull, and we're going to close it out the way we need to. Here's a cowboy that's riding well. He's 7th in the standings. He's been hitting the road hard this year. He's riding good, and he's one of yours, Quesnel. Let's get those hands going.
Come on. Come on, everybody cheer. Let's ride one, Matt. Yeah, come on, Quesnel. Wow.
Well, he's got a smile. Let's give a round of applause. One of the great cowboys, part of the board, part of the BC Rodeo Association. That is a big old handful of bull right there. Pretty Yankee. And what do you think of these bulls from the C Plus Rodeo Company?
Yeah.
Wow, did they buck here this weekend? Well, Squirrely,
Hey,
there's one for you.
Whoa, yeah. I'll ride him from in here. Thanks, Quesnel. We had a great time this weekend.
Well, as the stands cleared Alex Fraser Park, we are concluding, wrapping up our 51st annual rodeo here. It was a great 3 days of rodeo. Actually, we crowned a lot of champions here on Championship Sunday. A big thank you to all of our corporate sponsors. We touched on a few of them earlier: McDonald's, Tim Hortons, Regency Chrysler, Polaris. Without you guys, MCon, we would not be able to make a rodeo this caliber possible. Like I say, 52 years strong. Join us next year, our 52nd annual, 3rd weekend in July. And we're going to be back here the 3rd weekend in September for the Beast Ray Polaris Championship final, so join us that as well. So a big thank you to Shaw Cable. We'll see you guys in September.